Hi, can you see yourself? Yes, good morning everyone. I hope you can hear me over Freya and her toy. Yeah, don't grab that. I'm talking to people. Come here. I just wanted to have a quick chat about Freya always putting stuff in her mouth. I know. Because without fail, whenever I post a video with something in her mouth like that, I get comments on how I shouldn't let her put stuff in her mouth. So, we want to play with that? No, Mom. I want to play with the camera. Yes, I want to play with the camera. So, let's chat a little bit about, it's called oral seeking behavior. As most of you know, babies constantly put things in their mouth. They will put blankets in their mouth. They will put hands in their mouth. That's why binkies are a thing, is because when babies are babies, that's how they soothe themselves, is by sucking on things. Yeah, you just want to look at yourself. What if you stay there and I come over here? Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. So, it's a typical behavior. It's actually a good behavior because when you're a baby, you want to be sucking on things. That's how you get your nutrition. As you grow older, kids will typically keep doing that until about 18 months to 2 years, which then they kind of just grow out of it. She's trying to show you her toys. Here, what about this one? Do you want to show him this one? No, not that one. Some kids don't grow out of it. It is common with kids that have developmental delays. You having fun talking. And it's also typical with kids that are autistic and typical with kids that have vitamin deficiencies. Freya obviously has a developmental delay, which is why she continues to put things in her mouth. She also, with CDLS, a lot of kids also get an autism diagnosis with it. It's kind of debatable on whether it's true autism or if it's just a lot of the similar behaviors that are associated with CDLS. Yeah. So there's a lot of reasons why Freya puts things in her mouth. First of all, it teaches her a lot of things about the object. It is hard, it's squishy, it's big, it's small. It's like a third hand. It will tell her even different things than what her hand will tell her. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, sorry. We have to do this a different way because Freya's not cooperating. She wants that camera so bad, huh? Can we do this? Is this good? Anyway, so it tells you a lot of different information than even just holding it would tell you. Next is, it actually is a soothing mechanism. She uses it to help soothe herself just like she would use a binky. At the developmental age she's at, having something in her mouth is soothing. It's very typical for a developmental 1-year-old or 18-month-old, and that's about where she's at. Also, she has her right hand, which functions great, and then she has her lucky hand, which functions better than we expected, but these two joints in her lucky hand do not bend, so she cannot grasp an object like you could with a typical hand. She can kind of pinch like an object like this, but she can't do this. And so she does use her mouth like a third hand. If she is crawling around and wants to take something with her and it will not stay put in her lucky hand, she will put it in her mouth so she can crawl around with it. So those are the reasons why she does it. Why do I let her do it? That's always another question. Like, yeah, she does it, but you're the mom. You should be teaching her it's not okay. In my mind, it is okay. Like, she is not a typical developing kid. She has different needs than a typical developing kid has. So it is okay. When she grabs things, she will have it in between her teeth, or she'll have it in front of her teeth and kind of close her mouth around it. It's never back in her throat. She has never choked on something. That's not to say she never will, but we keep a close eye on her. Freya isn't just around our house and we don't know where she is. We know where she is 98% of the time. So I find that it is helpful for her. I find that it calms her down. It helps her move around. It helps her explore her world. So I'm okay with it. I will always get comments of, why do you do this? She's gonna choke. She's gonna die. Why do you let her do this? And I just don't think it's anyone's business other than my own, because I'm with her 24/7. I know her and I know her needs. So I thought I'd pop on here, give you all the reasons why we do it, why she does it, and why we're okay with her doing it. All her therapists I've talked to about it, and they're okay with it. I've talked to her doctor about it. Hi, you have a lot to say today. I've talked to her doctor about it. He says as long as it isn't a battery or a magnet or medication, and as long as it's not going to block her airway, it's fine. Even if she does accidentally swallow one of those pop caps, they have those nice big holes in them. So it's not going to block her airway. She still would be able to breathe, and she eventually would just poop it out. So Freya has different needs than other kids do. She has different things that I'm okay with because she is not typically developing. And I feel 100% safe with her having those things, and I keep an eye on her. So just know that I'm her mom, and I would never do anything to harm her or let her come in harm's way. All right, after that little PSA, you want to show them your toys? Yeah. How do you make that pop up? How do you make it pop up? And hopefully we don't get copyrighted for this music. We'll see. If we do, I'll just cut out the music, huh? Did you make it pop up? Good job. Can you make it pop up? Whoa, good job. Good job. Oh, you got him. Didn't you get her this toy? Was it for Christmas?
Yeah, I got it.
She loves it. Yeah. What do you think about Freya having stuff in her mouth all the time?
I mean, sometimes, I don't know, depends on what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes she puts stuff in her mouth we definitely don't want in her mouth, huh? And then what do we do?
Scream and try to get it out and fail.
We get it out if we need to get it out. If it's like a wire, we would get it out of her mouth, right?
Well, then Freya screams for half an hour.
Right? She does. That's a typical toddler thing, huh? I didn't get what I wanted. You have, yeah, and it goes.
Right back and it goes.
So do you see how she's holding it right between her teeth? I have another point to make about this. A lot of times people will take away something they don't want them to chew on and replace it with a crunchy food or a lollipop or a snack. That works really well. But Freya doesn't eat orally hard foods. So that makes it very difficult. We have tried chewies. Those are a thing for kids that have developmental delays. She doesn't like any chewy I've given her, and they're very expensive. So I just don't have the unlimited money to buy, you know, 20 chewies that are all $20 each in the hopes that she likes one of them. We do have a vibrating chewy that she doesn't really like anymore. Don't you think, Liam?
Yeah, she kind of stopped liking it.
Yeah, she liked it for a minute, but then stopped liking it. So, honestly, we just do this. If I'm ever leaving Freya, like, for a nap, I obviously would not let her keep her pop cap. Huh, Mommy takes that away from you for naps. Yes, she said yes. That was cute. She nodded her head. Yes. So we just try our best to let her explore things and let her comfort herself with things she used to. If you guys had followed me on Instagram earlier, she used to have an obsession with combs. And she loved combs. She would carry them everywhere with her. They'd be in her mouth constantly. And now recently it just has switched to these pop caps. And it really helps her regulate her emotions. You gonna go get your brother? Go get him.
Oh no.
She just wants your fidget. Go get him.
Look around.
Go get him. She's looking right at you. Oh, you're showing Liam your fidget?
Oh, cool.
Liam also, he doesn't put things in his mouth, but he likes having things in his hands constantly, huh? Just like Freya does. So he'll get things like lanyards and things like this, and he just likes to hold stuff in his hands all the time, just like Freya. They're a lot alike, huh?
Yeah.
Gotta keep those hands busy.
They also both got like eye surgery or something.
Yeah, you both had eye surgery when you were babies. That's right. You and your brother. Liam he was born with strabismus, is what it's called. The muscles in his eyes needed to be moved. It's cross eyes, basically. And so they moved the muscles in his eyes so his eyes weren't crossed. It runs in my husband's family. I'm so glad we got that swing for Freya, and that Freya hates it and you guys all love it. All right, well, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching Freya play and learning a little bit about oral seeking behavior and why we don't worry about it and even encourage it sometimes. Sometimes. And just know that parents of disabled kids have a lot more information on these things. These are all things I didn't know before I had Freya. And trust that we're doing what's best for us and our kids. So thanks for being here, and I hope we'll see you next time.